constant representations of that laser, how transmission occurs, and then it consists of laser transmitted beam consists of high amplitude, high intensity. It's got a high intensity, so it may cause danger to human eye, so we should be very careful while doing the setup. So this is a class B laser. After that laser we are using a filter here using for reduce the intensity of that incoming laser light. So for that purpose we are using filters. Generally filters can be a linear and circular filters. Linear filters are used in that CMOS cameras, and circular filters are using in DSLR recent cameras, digital cameras, polarized circular cameras. So which by using this circular we can able to see clouds from the clouds, and then water, and also moving objects. These are the advantages of that in photography. Here filters using in this setup for that reduce the intensity. After that you can see from this laser the intensity is reduced by the filter. So depend upon the type of the filter I will show you in the setup, practical setup. After this filter we are using spatial filter. Spatial filter are used with laser to clean up beam. Oftentimes laser doesn't produce a beam with a smooth intensity profile. That means the laser producing having narrow band at the center frequency, and we have little bit side lobes. So to clean up these things we are using spatial filter after filter. So and also after filter we can get some dust particles may scatter from the light, so that also will increase the side lobes of the laser light in the beam width. In order to produce a clean Gaussian beam, a spatial filter is used to remove the unwanted multiple order energy peaks and pass a central maximum of the diffraction pattern. I will show you how spatial filter will after filter, how in that spatial filter what are the components. You can see here this is the laser beam. You can see here side lobes. This is the central frequency beam we are transmitting here, and we use in spatial filter these two part by using two components is called spatial filtering part. So laser singlet, which is a mounted object lens, we can say. After that the beam is culminated at a certain point and then passes through a pinhole. So pinhole is nothing but a small circular hole as made with the point of pin. In optics it should be 100 micrometers to 100 micrometers. So commonly used to spatial filter a beam of incoming laser beam. The small hole acts as a low pass filter for spatial frequencies in the image plane of the recorded. So it's called spatial filter. It's called pinhole. So after passing a light from the pinhole we can see a clean beam, and we are contain here a Gaussian. Without distortion we are getting a Gaussian pulse, and side lobes are reduced. For that purpose we are using this pinhole. So when you transform into an image you can find FFT of that, we will get a low intensity values. So that's why this pinhole acts as a low pass filter. So coming to the block diagram, This is the filter and this is the spatial filter. After that pinhole we can see a small hole, and then after that we are using aperture. Aperture is should be in rectangular, circular apertures, so we are using circular aperture. An aperture is a hole or an opening through which light travels. So that means the amount of light which we need to transmit. So we can choose that hole. There is variable like pin, so we can variable that hole. When there is a pin like this, if you move like this, the hole size will increases. The amount of size you can increase, the amount of more light will enter. The amount of hole reduces, the less intensity will travel. So this is called aperture. So smaller opening having less light and bigger opening having more light. And the next component is convex lens. You all know that convex lens, in a light transmitting, so it converges to a certain point, is called convex lens, which is a converging to a certain point. So concaves are diverging, which will travel, the incoming light will travel to the infinities. This is convex lens and this is concave. This is convex lens and this is concave lens. Convex are converging lenses. This concave is diverging lenses. So after that we are using two beam splitters and two mirrors and one CCD camera. So incoming intensity will split by the beam splitter. So that means beam splitter is, it will transmit one ray and reflect another way. The amount of intensity will vary and depends upon the beam splitter. Suppose we are using, in the project we are using 50-50. That means 50 transmission, 50 reflection. Similarly here also we are using 50-50. 50 transmission, 50 will go like this, 50 come in this. 50 transmission, 50 reflection. And the mirrors we are using that it provides a phase shift, and beam splitters we don't provide any beam shift. So mirrors each mirror will provide a phase shift of pi, that means 180 degrees. And you can see the procedure how that interference pattern forms from this biconvex lens. So after focusing into the convex lens, this is the one path and this is the second path. So let us assume the first path. After beam splitter we are splitting into two, is 50 and this side 50. So in this forward path we can assume as is a path A, and from that sending to the beam splitter 2 and then to CCD cam, and second beam splitter will transmitting this side and reflecting this side, and then which produces, there is no shift in this, here 0 degrees and here also 0 degrees, and we are getting 0 path difference. That means a destructive interference. We can take path B. From beam splitter 1 we are getting a ray to mirror 1 reflecting to mirror 2. So mirror 1 producing phase shift of 5, mirror 2 also will produce phase shift 5. So total getting 2 pi and goes to beam splitter. We are having total 2 pi phase shift will record in 2 pi. So the 2 pass will continually record by CCD camera. We can see interference pattern. So suppose this is camera like this, will get interference pattern. So this is our green area, which is blue I am showing. is as green wavelength, and which is white is you can assume as a black. So like this you will get interference patterns.